Your last chance to make sure your voice is heard. We're live showing you exactly what you need to do today to get registered to vote. The Tulsa County Sheriff is warning if you vote yes on State Question 805, it could hurt victims of crime. Why? He says some crimes won't be prosecuted properly. A Tulsa family is searching this morning for a service dog. How the loss of Bandit is hurting a little girl with a serious medical condition.
Covering news that matters. Fox 23 News This Morning starts right now.
Good morning. Happy Friday to you. I'm Michelle Lynn. The time now is 4:30. Today is the deadline to register to vote in Tulsa. We're breaking down exactly what you need to bring and where you need to go. Plus, a question on next month's ballot is concerning members of law enforcement. Why? They say it will hurt crime victims if you vote yes. We'll get to those stories coming up. But first, meteorologist Michael Sager is in the Fox 23 Severe Weather Center tracking another nice day ahead.
Yeah, we've got a great one in store. You'll notice this morning a lot more clouds beginning to filter their way through across green country. That's a sign of minutes.
In You Decide 2020, law enforcement is speaking out against State Question 805. Fox 23's Naomi Kitt explains why.
I talked with the sheriff here. Fox 23 News.
In our You Decide 2020 coverage, we are just 24 days away from the November election. Today is the very last day you can register to vote. Fox 23 Scott Martin is live with how you can do that.
Yeah, Michelle, that deadline quickly, or the clock rather, quickly ticking to that deadline. Now, you get the advice the state election board has for some of us procrastinators. We're live in Tulsa this morning covering news that matters. I'm Scott Martin, Fox 23 News.
New details this morning. Hominy police arrested a Tulsa murder suspect. This is a look at Michael Marshall. Hominy police posted on Facebook last night they have him in custody. We were live on Breaking News Tuesday near Pine and Sheridan, where police say he shot and killed 44-year-old Tully Clark and wounded another person. Police say there was a fight over marijuana plants.
Coming. It's just dumb. It was a stupid reason to die. It was a stupid reason to get into a fight. It was a stupid reason to pull a gun. And, unfortunately, we've got a dead man now because of a whole bunch of stupidity happened at once.
So sad. We're still working this morning to find out how that other victim is doing. Now at 4:36 to our ongoing coverage of the coronavirus in Oklahoma. Let's take a look at the very latest numbers. The state health department identified more than 1,200 new cases yesterday, pushing Oklahoma's total above 95,000. 10 new deaths were identified. That total now stands at 1,085. Governor Kevin Stitt told our radio partner KRMG Oklahoma's new case numbers have stayed consistent since the summer.
We have around a little over 1,000 on a 7-day average. We had a little over 1,000 back in July. So the good news is we are not seeing the hockey stick spike that the epidemiologists were predicting if you fully reopen your economy.
Here is a look at hospitalizations across the state. You can see we are at a new record, 749. 5 of the 6 highest totals have been in the last 6 days. This morning, a new report from the state health department points to failures in procedures and services at the Claremore Veterans Center. There have been dozens of COVID deaths there. The report, finished September 21st, details the state's unannounced inspection, August 31st through September 2nd. At the time, the Claremore Veterans Center reported 155 cases and 27 deaths. That number is now up to at least 187 cases and 34 deaths. During the investigation, the State Department of Health reports finding 2 instances where an employee did not properly remove soiled gloves while working with residents. The state also says medications, treatments, and baths were not provided as recommended. The report says a resident's pacemaker transmitter was misplaced. We have reached out to the Claremore Veterans Center. We're still waiting to hear back. An entire police department is in quarantine because of several COVID-19 cases. The Chelsea town administrator says officers will have no contact with citizens, but will continue to take calls from dispatch and take reports that have no person-to-person contact. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol, Cherokee Nation Marshals, and Rogers County Sheriff's Office will respond to everything else. The Fox 23 severe weather team is tracking Hurricane Delta. It's expected to hit Lake Charles, Louisiana as a Category 2 or 3 storm today. This comes just 6 weeks after Hurricane Laura tore through that same coastal town. Many are still living with damaged homes, and they're struggling to try to prepare for this one. The National Hurricane Center is forecasting dangerous winds and life-threatening storm surge as high as 11 feet.
So my wife was getting worried about the windows, so we're trying to get these windows, put some plywood on them, get them safe.
Evacuation orders and curfews have been issued for several areas along the Louisiana coast. 200 utility workers from right here in Oklahoma will be helping restore power in Louisiana after Delta blows through. PSO says they plan to ride out the storm in Shreveport, then they'll go where they're needed the most. And of course, this comes just 6 weeks after Hurricane Laura hit.
It's possible that we will be going back in to repair some of the same areas that were hit previously. People go down there to do the job, no matter whether or not they've been down there to repair it previously in a storm or not.
He says PSO's always happy to help other states because when Oklahoma has needed extra help, crews from surrounding states have never hesitated to help us. We're enjoying mild temperatures this morning. Another great day ahead. We have had several beautiful days this week. Meteorologist Michael Sager is in the Fox 23 Severe Weather Center tracking Hurricane Delta. Hard to believe it's going to hit the same area, Michael.
Yeah, unfortunately, right into those same areas that were hit with Hurricane Laura. Actually, a couple cold fronts, I should say, that will try to cool us off next week in about 2 minutes.
The time now 4:41.
Definitely disappointed. I was ready to end this situation whichever way it was going to go.
A chance to walk free put on hold the frustration from one family expecting answers after their loved one was killed.
I'm going to read through the countries represented in this ceremony. Burma.
Tulsa has some new American citizens, the unique and safe way they were honored. Finding a valued member of the family, how a mother is searching for the one thing that helps her daughter live a normal life. 4:44, a Tulsa family is desperately searching for their service dog. Take a look at your screen. This is Bandit. He disappeared last weekend. Fox 23's Amanda Gilbert is live near 31st and Memorial, where this dog was last seen.
Michelle, Bandit was last seen specifically south on 31st near Memorial. He lives in the neighborhood by this intersection week just to try and find Bandit. You'll hear that in the next hour. Covering news that matters, I'm Amanda Gilbert, Fox 23 News.
Hispanic artwork is taking over the shops at Mother Road Market. The food court teamed up with Kendall Whittier's Second Thursday Art Walk and artist Gabriel Rojas for a celebration last night. We told you yesterday it's all in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. Rojas' abstract artwork is featured in each of the shops. Man, he's talented. We talked with him about what it's like to be featured in an art show.
This is a great little thing they put together to celebrate Latino artists, so I was really proud that they asked me to be a part of this as a local artist too.
The artwork will be up all weekend. I know, Tiffany, you're wanting to buy some of it. It is beautiful. He's so talented. You can help Tulsa's Domestic Violence Intervention Services and the Tulsa Drillers fight domestic violence. This is the 17th annual Knockout Violence fundraiser. This year, because of the pandemic, it's a virtual event on Zoom, like so many things. Typically, people make a financial pledge linked to how many home runs the Drillers have in their season. Because the season was canceled, a number will be chosen from a previous season. It's all about helping local victims of domestic violence.
Case management, helping them think about where they want to move next or be next, finding jobs, etc. Just sort of helping a family recover from what they've experienced.
If you'd like to help, simply go to the DVIS website, dvis.org, to make a pledge. And if you or anyone you know needs help, the number on your screen, 918-743-5763. You can call that 24/7. Celebrating Oklahoma roots and cowboy boots. Fox 23 is so proud to sponsor the 14th annual American Cancer Society's Tulsa Cattle Barons Ball. This time held at the Admiral Twin Drive-In last night so people could enjoy socially distanced live music and the auction, All of the money raised supports the ongoing efforts to stay well, get well, and find cures. A beautiful start this morning. Temperatures nice and mild. We will notice a few more clouds. Meteorologist Michael Sager is in the Fox 23 Severe Weather Center tracking a warm weekend ahead.
Yeah, nice warm stretch for us as we go into the weekend. In fact, Sunday will be the warmest in about 2 minutes.
4:51 is the time. A way to make sure everyone who needs help gets it. The specific volunteers the Red Cross says it's looking for and how you could help.
I couldn't even be in the hospital when she had found out with her. I had to wait in the parking lot. So as a husband, that just crushed me.
Couples are struggling during the pandemic. I talked with 2 families and uncovered what new numbers are showing about how many marriages are on the brink of divorce.
We have kind of an after-school care program with them. We take them outside, playground, hiking trails.
A new program right here in Tulsa helping your kids with distance learning, how you can still sign up. 4:54 happening today. You can help Tulsa Community College pack the pantry. From 9 to noon, the college is hosting drive-through food drives in partnership with the Community Food Bank of Eastern Oklahoma. You'll find them on all of the campuses. They want you to drop off canned food, granola bars, or toiletries like toothpaste, soap, and deodorant. Applying for student aid can seem overwhelming, but you can get help. Impact Tulsa is hosting virtual sessions on how to fill out the application for federal student aid. They say if your family's income changed because of the pandemic, that could make a difference in the aid you get.
Although you might have had a certain result in a certain award previously, you can submit those changes in your status, and you might get a different outcome from the FAFSA.
The next sessions are on November 5th and December 3rd. You can sign up at FAFSATulsa.com. 4:55 hours away from a deadline. We are live showing you how to get registered to vote next month. A warning from law enforcement what they say passing a state question would do to crime victims.